In this video, I will be talking about a series. Pero hindi yung series na napapanood mo sa Netflix o sa free TV, kundi yung sum of the terms of a sequence. In our last video, we learned that sequence basically list of numbers lang siya. Can be infinite or can be finite. Yung merong last term. Ang tawag mo dun sa bawat number ay terms. Now, kapag pinag-add mo daw yung bawat term sa isang sequence, ang makukuha mo ay tinatawag na series. Illustrate natin yan using these examples. We have here the first 5 square numbers. What we mean by square numbers, basically sila yung product ng factors na magkamukha. So, si 1 ay product ni 1 times 1. Si 4 naman ay product ni 2 times 2. Si 9 naman ay product ni 3 times 3. Si 16 naman ay product ni 4 times 4. And then 25 is the product of 5 times 5. Lahat yan square numbers. The first 5 actually of the square numbers. This is 1 squared, this is 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared, and 5 squared. Now, paano kung hiningi sa atin ay ang sum ng first 3 square numbers? So, babalikan natin to. The first 3 square numbers will be 1, 4, and 9. Tapos, ang hiningi sa atin sa ating example A ay ang kanilang sum. So, again, we have 1, the first square number, added by 4, the second square number, added by 9, which is the third square number sang-ayon dito sa ating illustration. Add natin sila. So we have 1 plus 4, that will give us 5. Then 5 plus 9 will give us 14. That is the sum of the first 3 square numbers. How about the sum of the first 5 square numbers? Which is lahat na nitong example natin. We have 1, 4, 9, 16, and 25. Sulat natin. 1, 4, 9, 16, and 25. Pansinin na yung list na yan. Yung first 5 square numbers, the same as the first 3 square numbers, yan ay pwede mong tawaging isang sequence. Because they're basically a list, an ordered list of numbers. Now, kapag hinanap daw natin yung sum nila, ang tawag sa makuha natin ay series, kagaya nitong nakuha natin sa 14. Tingnan natin kung ano ang sum ng first 5 numbers. 5 square numbers. We have 1 plus 4 plus 9. Ang sagot na doon ay 14 plus 16. That will be 30. Plus 25 will give us 55. So we have the sum of the first 5 square numbers as well as the sum of the first 3 square numbers. Once again, ang tawag kay 14 at kay 55 ay series because they are the sum of all the terms of a given sequence. Ano ba yung iba't ibang uri ng series? Meron lang tayong dalawa. The first one is the infinite series. Ano siya? Siya basically ay yung sum ng isang infinite sequence. So you have a sequence, let's say a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, all the way up to a sub n. the last term that you could think of, and then kaya siya infinite kasi ayun, merong tatlong tuldok, merong ellipses, meaning this goes on forever. Kapag pinag-add ko ang lahat ng terms dito sa sequence na yan, ang makukuha ko ay halimbawa ng infinite series. So again, if you have a set of an infinite, if you have an infinite set, pag pinag-add mo lahat ng terms, makukuha mo ay infinite series. Kagaya siguro ng sa example kanina, the set of all square numbers are infinite. Hindi matatapos yung listahan na yun. Siguro kung hahanapin mo lahat ng sum nila, pag pinag-add mo sila at hinanap mo yung sum, ang makukuha mo ay halimbawa ng infinite series. The other type is called the finite series, or also known as the partial sum. It is denoted as S sub n. S siguro kaya S dahil series, and then n meaning the nth term. Sum ng pang-ilang term, meaning S sub n. So if you have a finite sequence na merong ending, merong last term, kagaya nito a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, all the way up to the last term, a sub n. Pag pinag-add mo lahat ng terms na yan, ang tawag sa makuha mo ay partial sum or finite series. Ibig sabihin pala, yung kaninang example natin dyan, the sum of the first three square numbers, ibig sabihin, we are also asked to look for S sub 3. Bakit S sub 3? Kasi yung series or yung sum ng first three terms. The same way dito sa letter B, what is the sum of the first 5 square numbers? Ang hinahanap pala natin is actually S sub 5, which is the sum of the first 5 square numbers. And as you know, this could go on forever. Kahit anong number pwede kong ilagay dun sa n. Kaya, in general, pwede na lang natin siyang isulat as S sub n. And that's all you need to know about a series.